This is the year 2023 and we are seeing a huge push from the agenda pushers in the likes of the United Nations and the World Economic Forum. The big pushes around this whole climate crisis, as they call it, and their SDGs. Now we know that the summit has just happened and is still happening, and many people have talked about peace and security, but there was one speech in particular that really caught my attention. That's from the Ukraine President Zelensky, and he said some things that really brought scripture to life for me in Revelation 6. Now what I wanted to do is to see that prophecy is actually happening before your eyes, but listen to the words that he says. They're very, very strong, and it's a strong warning to people just to show you what they're going to do. Like always, remember, watch the full thing to get the full context of what's been said. Smash that like button to get this out to as many as possible so that people are awake to what is happening around. Have a listen to what Zelensky says.
Humanity is failing on its climate policy objectives. This means that extreme weather will still impact the normal global life, and some evil state will also weaponize its outcomes. And when people in the streets of New York and other cities of the world went out on climate protest, we all have seen them. And when people in Morocco and Libya and other countries die as a result of natural disasters, and when islands and countries disappear underwater, and when tornadoes and deserts are spreading into new territories, and when all of this is happening, one unnatural disaster in Moscow decided to launch a big war and kill tens of thousands of people.
You know, when he's talking there and he's talking about islands being cast into the sea, you know, it's almost a direct quote from Revelation 6 and 16, where it talks about all the islands and the mountains, you know, falling and swading into the sea. I just thought it was very, very strange that he'd use words like this. Now, this is part of the plan at the end, and I truly believe that this is the generation seeing Bible prophecy and end time prophecy happening before their eyes. You know, many people say it's not happening. You know, it's not. But when we read scripture in Luke and in Mark and Matthew, it talks about certain signs like this. Now these signs are happening all over the world. It's not in just isolated areas. They're actually happening everywhere. Obviously most people have heard of what happened in Libya and Morocco this year, and there's been many things that have happened. But you know, in Luke it talks about fearful events that are coming, and something came across my lap and it made me realise the fearful events is going to both happen in the sky, which I firmly believe in the whole alien agenda, but also something like this, and this happened in Mexico. Think of a fearful event that causes men's heart to fear.
No juegues. No puta madre.
Now if I was to wrap this whole kind of video and this whole warning up into a little box, a little gift box, it will be like a clock. We are 30 seconds to midnight. We are so close to what we call the rapture, or the return of Christ. We are the generation that the Bible speaks about that would see the return of Christ happening. Yes, there's many people who don't see him, and there's many people who don't want to see him. But as watchmen and watchwomen, our agenda and our main thing is to share this type of news, to make people aware, but also the gospel message as the most important, that there's still time right now to find Jesus Christ. No matter your circumstance, no matter the things that you're going through, if you're watching this and you've been searching out truth, know that the only truth to be found is in Jesus Christ. Remember guys, regardless of what goes on in the world, God's always in control, and keep the faith, and until next time, blessings.